everyone, and welcome back to my second and last video that I will be making from my Australian holiday. And today, guys, as I said on, I think it was Tuesday when I uploaded the time I went in an Aussie V8 racing car, guys, I said I have one more special video to upload, and this is it. Now, some of you may recognise this incredibly quickly, others of you may not recognise it as quickly, but this is the Australian Grand Prix circuit that they use for Formula 1 in Albert Park in Melbourne. And this, my dad and I drove around, because for all of you guys that don't know, this is actually just all is public roads. You can get the whole way around it. It is just one big public road, and it's actually around the track a very, very nice park. It was quite surprising that there's so many facilities around it for obviously people that have gone there. And there's just so much stuff around the track as well. Obviously, you've got the lake and things. It's actually a very nice place to go. It's quite odd. So this was about 2 miles away from where I was living in Melbourne. So my dad and I went down there one afternoon and decided we'd do a whole lap around the circuit. Now, something we learnt very quickly was you can't actually do a whole lap as such. There's one part that I'll show you right at the end of the video where there's just a barrier in the middle of the road, which I guess is to stop people from doing a whole lap. But yeah, so this was where we had to stop at traffic lights. You don't really see that much in the Formula 1 Grand Prix. But one thing I also noticed driving around here was how accurate F1 2016 actually gets it. Like, it's got that little piece of tarmac there, obviously, where the road goes off to the left. As you can see, just there, obviously on the left-hand side. But yeah, that was pretty damn cool as well. Now, the whole track to drive around is actually incredibly slow. Now, this is sped up at 2 times speed, guys. As you can probably tell, it's actually, I think, 35 kilometers an hour or 30 kilometers an hour, a speed limit around the whole track, which is about 20 miles an hour, just over, which, you know, isn't particularly fun to drive around, but, you know, but yeah, so this was obviously coming down into the second to last corner. My dad actually drove it on the curbs there, which is, you know, very impressive. He was very happy with himself, but he managed to hit the apex there, guys. But yeah, so this track, obviously, there's a lot, obviously, it's used for public roads as well, so the track, there's actually a lot of car parking around it, so you can see. Now, just on the right-hand side, obviously, there is the whole pit boxes and everything. Obviously, the whole pit lane there as well. Obviously, it's quite surprising as well how much work they have to actually put to the track around the circuit as well, just obviously for the Grand Prix. Because I did some research on it as well, and I'm pretty certain they only use the track as a track twice a year. That is once for the Formula 1 and once for the Aussie V8 Racing Series, and obviously all the little junior categories they have with those two race weekends, and they're both, from what I gathered, actually very close together. Only I think they might even be just 1 week apart. So I think they pretty much just close the track down, the road down for about 11 days, and then just leave it closed between the Sunday of the Formula 1 and then the Sunday of the Aussie V8s. But I don't know for sure about that, guys. I may be wrong about that. But yeah, so this track was pretty damn incredible to look around. It's actually quite surprising how many trees are like so close to the circuit, guys, as well. For anyone questioning as well, we had a Nissan Pulsar ST edition whilst we were here, which honestly we think is the worst car we have ever had, ever. It had about 90 horsepower if we remember. But just coming around this bit now, as you can see, you actually go through the car park there in the Formula 1 Grand Prix, and now coming back onto the track here, as you can see the markings around the circuit. But coming out into the final couple of corners, we actually saw a Rolls Royce there, which was pretty damn cool. And then we get held up by our Hyundai, and this is where you can see, guys, that this is where there is a wall that stops you going all the way around the circuit. So this is where we had to stop there, guys. But hopefully you have enjoyed this little video. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more of my content. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.